Welcome back. Time for this week's McDonald's Open Mic. We are pleased to be joined by Marcus McMaryion, quarterback of the Fresno State football team. Marcus, at this time last year, you were in the process of transferring from Oregon State. How much calmer has your summer been knowing that uncertainty is long behind you?
Yeah, definitely a lot of pressure off my shoulders. Just being able to be in a situation going into a fall camp where I know I'm the guy and have the team behind me and the coaches behind me. It means the world to me just be able to be in this situation.
And that's my next question. A crystal ball will tell you made the right decision to transfer to Fresno State, but when you came here, you were not QB1. Chase and Virgil was. Fall camp starts in a little more than 2 weeks. How do you approach it knowing that you are the guy, you're the leader?
Right. I mean, like I said, it takes tons of pressure off me, but then again, it puts that much more pressure on myself just being able to go and guys know that I'm the guy and having to kind of just raise the pedestal every day at practice and not be satisfied and not just banking off what we did last year, but continuing to strive for more.
You have a lot of weapons around you. You guys are loaded at running back. You're loaded at wide receiver. You and Keyshawn Johnson, I know you've got a good rapport. You went to that Kurt Warner camp in Arizona at the end of May. What did you learn from being around a Super Bowl champion?
Right. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, just being around that a guy just of that status and what he's accomplished in his career, just being able to pick his brain as much as I can. I mean, we just learned so much, and even Keyshawn from being able to learn it from the quarterback perspective a little bit more. I think he learned a lot from it too.
Marcus, we're seeing the photo from what happened in May. You guys won 10 games last season, but I think it's safe to say you're not satisfied because you fell short of winning a conference championship. November 9th, you're at Boise State. Are you circling that game on the calendar?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, as soon as that game ended and we saw it strike 0, I mean, we got back and we were ready to work. I mean, Boise's definitely one we have on our calendar. I mean, I'm good friends with Tyler Horton. We've talked about it before. I mean, it's on their calendar too, so we're excited it's going to be a good matchup. You're
going to see Tyler Horton in Vegas, I assume, at Mountain West Media Days, right? Marcus, you're from Dinuba, and Tyler went to Edison, so he's a Valley guy as well. You're a Valley guy. You're also a humble guy. Does it make you uncomfortable driving around town and seeing your face on billboards?
It was definitely a shock at first. I mean, I kind of had one of my teammates, Frankie, actually drove by and texted me, said, I saw your billboard up on Shaw, and I said, you're lying. Like, I didn't believe it. I was kind of just in shock. It's definitely, every time I drive by, I'm like, oh, I got to go work out. I got to do something. So it's definitely a motivating factor for me.
I saw you took a photo, though, right? You posted something on Instagram about this. We're obviously seeing it right now.
Yeah, I did. I think it was just kind of a special moment for me. I mean, it's kind of just something you always dream about when you're a kid growing up, and just being in the Valley and having a billboard up in the Valley just means so much more than being at another school. It really hits home for me.
When you were a kid growing up in Dinuba, I know you were recruited by pretty much everybody. Boise State wanted you really badly when Chris Peterson was still the head coach. When you were in Dinuba, did you dream of one day being a Bulldog?
I mean, it definitely crossed my mind and going back and forth, but I think just following the legacy of quarterbacks as far as David and Derek and just every other quarterback that's followed that, I mean, who wouldn't want to play for their hometown, their home Valley, and just being able to just represent the Valley as a whole.
When you look back on what you guys accomplished this last season, you went 9-2 as the starting quarterback. You had 14 touchdowns to just 5 interceptions. Your passer efficiency rating of 137 plus was the highest for any Bulldog quarterback since Derek Carr. When you think about those numbers, when you look back, and also the accomplishments of beating a ranked opponent and winning a bowl game, which Fresno State had not done in a very long time, how did you sleep at night after the season knowing what you guys accomplished?
Definitely, it was pretty surreal to think about all the numbers we put up, but I mean, I'm definitely always going to be my #1 critic. I kind of look at all the touchdowns I could have had or I should have had. So like I said, it's just kind of a never-ending cycle of just making sure we're continuing to grow and keep competing and not being satisfied.
The season starts on September 1st, and I want to ask you about something that I was informed about today, a special gift for all season ticket holders, both current ones and new ones, that they're going to be getting on September 1st. They get this, a Devontae Adams bobblehead. So if you haven't yet signed up for season tickets at Fresno State, do so. You get this. Marcus, have you seen what this looks like before just now, and what do you think about it?
I haven't seen the live version of this, but I'm sure it's going to be super cool, and I'm definitely going to vouch all my family members and anyone else to get their season tickets to get a little steal on one.
Are you a memorabilia collector yourself?
I like to. I used to collect a lot of cards growing up. I had all my dad had all the football cards and baseball cards, so he kind of passed them down to me, and I kind of still have them hanging up in my closet.
Okay. We talked to Derek Carr a couple of weeks ago, and we know that you guys have become close, and he said out of all the quarterbacks at Fresno State since he was here, you're the guy who texts him most often, who asks for feedback and asks him questions. Why do you do that?
I mean, I think it's kind of a simple answer. I mean, he's a Pro Bowl, one of the best to come out of Fresno State. He's one of the best in the league doing it at such a high level, and I mean, I'm going to do everything I can if he offers the hand to just pick his brain as much as I can.
He's Marcus McMaryion, quarterback of the Fresno State football team. Marcus, we appreciate the time today on Bulldog Insider. We will see you on the field in a couple of weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.